Hello, this is Star Dragons. Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about the skill and what the skill can be used in the dungeon, the battle arena, and or you can solo or with the team. So kind of like that. So we're going to be talking about those two skills. And if you haven't seen, before we start into the video, if you haven't seen my last video, go ahead and check out my last video. I had to do a lot of editing and going to be talking about all the skill for a character and how a skill is used and what the cooldown is. And yeah, so after I finished that video, it actually messed up my computer, so I had to reset my whole computer right now. So yeah, if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell beside, and you won't miss my latest video. And let's get into a video. Before we're going to start into that, well, actually we're starting to a video right now. So I just want to talk this out for a bit. So we have technical skill 1, 2, 3, and 4, and ignore this one because this is during the alpha test. And by the way, this is Agus Gaming from YouTube. He actually did this video before after the alpha test. So yeah, the alpha test they have a 5th technical skill, but this don't exist no more. So yeah, ignore this. And you have ultimate to imagine for a weapon, and you can actually obtain it from a weapon from a dungeon. And this is main action and sub action. So let's give it to an example first, because you can't, like, here it is. Technical skill 1, you have a shield charge and a samurai charge. Basically, shield charge stun your enemy. Samurai charge cause a holy buff light damage. It's more of damage dealing. So basically, you can't equip both of them in here. So you can't equip like shield charge or samurai charge. You cannot do that. You have to choose one between those two in order to equip it here. So I'm going to show you that why. So, and for another example, for this one, for technical skill 4, you can use regenerate or fortress. If you lack of healing, you can use regenerate. If you lack of defense, use fortress. You cannot choose both of them. Put in these two slots. You can choose between one or two of them. You still can change it though, but you cannot change it when you've been battled. You cannot change it when you're in a dungeon or those things. So yeah, maybe in a safe town you can. I'm not sure, but that's how I'm assuming it will happen. So we're going to be talking about Agus Fire. So basically, when you're soloing in a dungeon, I would actually recommend you using the skill when you're soloing in a dungeon. So technical skill 1 for when you're soloing in a dungeon, you can use shield charge or sunrise charge. Both of those are actually pretty good skill you can actually use. So I don't mind which one you will actually use between those two. When soloing, technical skill 2, they're going to be blow beat and celestial pillar. I would recommend blow beat if you're trying to taunt the enemies. The other one is actually constantly dealing light damage to an enemy in range. So yeah, not very big deal. Third skill, you can use divine slash or crystal's light. Divine slash is actually more of a range attack too. If you're very close, you can use the crystal's light because it causes 2 slashes of holy damage. And the next one, technical skill 4. Technical skill 4 is an important one here. You gotta regenerate in the support. So you're soloing a dungeon by yourself, and I would recommend you to regenerate. Even if you're in the battle arena, same thing. If you're alone in the battle arena, that's what you do too. But in the team fight though, if you have an archer, because archer is the only one who can heal the whole party. So if you have an archer with you, let's say you have a teammate with you, okay? So I'll say use shield charge if you have a teammate with you. And the second skill, technical skill, I would actually depending using blow beat or celestial pillar. These two are real. Blow beat will be good to use because they can taunt debuff in there. If you know what taunt is, it's actually enemies still can move around, but they cannot attack you. Technical skill 3, you can use between divine slash or crystal light because you have a teammate with you, so one of those will be good. Technical skill 4, if you have an archer with you, you don't need regenerate at all. You only use fortress. Fortress getting you shield, short guard up, and fixed time. You don't know what fixed time is. It's actually just reduce the cooldown. So yeah, that's what it does. So that's what happens in a team fight. In the battle arena, same thing too. If you don't have an archer, you have to use to regenerate those things. And we're going to be talking about turning striker now. So basically, he can solo the dungeon. If he's going by himself in the dungeon or a battle arena, you would need blood axe though. But I'll get into that. So blue blow or crystal blow, neither one of them. So basically, I would recommend crystal blow because it can charge up 3 times to attack. technical skill 2 going to be fall impact or lava impact. I would actually use lava impact for it. So it basically cause more damage and cause booming damage. Technical skill 3, let's see, storm rush or booming rush. These two skills, depending on how you use. Storm rush activate right away, 2 by side attack and side by side. And booming rush is actually dependent on your charge level. The more charge level you get, more charge level you charge up, the stronger the skill is. So between one of those two, but I would recommend you use storm rush if you soloing by yourself. But in a team fight, well, actually before that, technical skill 4, blood axe. Always use blood axe if you're alone. But in a team fight, then you will, in the technical skill 1, if you're a team fight, one of these skills would be good to use. But if you're doing a lot of damage, yeah, if it comes to blow or blue pro, one of them would be good. Technical skill 2, fall impact, lava impact. I still recommend lava impact. But in team fight, storm rush or booming rush, I would recommend using this because it actually shard up the kill. Because you have a teammate that actually can help distract the enemy. And for these two, if you don't have an archer, then yeah, Warcry. If you don't have an archer, then blood axe you have to use, because Aegis Fire can regenerate, but he already can regenerate himself. He have fortress, but that fortress only helps you with the defense though, for your whole party. That's what he have. But he cannot like heal you. Only archer can heal you. The whole party, not even mage can heal you. Mage don't even have healing skills. So they're another thing. So yeah, if you have a healer, Warcry will be best. If you have lack of healing, yeah, blood axe will be best in use. And that's what we're going to be talking about right now, the archer. Please explain. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys don't know what these skills are, these strength is for basic attack, endurance it depends how much damage you can withstand against it. Dexterity, I have no idea yet. I think it's more about the mobility. Intelligent, and more magic damage. In spirit, I have no idea what this is either. These two I have a problem with dealing. I look at definition, they don't explain clearly for me. So if you guys know what these two are for, please hit the comment below. Okay, so technical skill 1, if you solely in a dungeon or a Val Arena, that's what you're going to be using. Hypnotic Shot, technical skill 1. So if you have charge arrow here, it will actually do knockback if you hit the weak spot. But charge arrow does actually take a little bit of time though. Yeah, hypnotic shot also take a long cooldown, but put them to sleep. I don't know how long it lasts, but let's hope it lasts long. So you actually can use this in when you're by yourself, and actually consider like very good to use. Knockback, it only works when you hit a weak spot. So if you get very comfortable with it, then yeah, you can use the skill. Technical skill number 2, so you can use lethal arrow or dust spores. So dust spores it takes time to charge, so 2 times into 3 times. But the lethal arrow, you actually can use it right away and actually hit AOE damage on the ground. And dust spores take time. The more you charge up, the bigger the AOE damage on the ground. So to consider it, lethal arrow, I consider it, you can use any of these skills, but if you're by yourself and you need to use it right away, lethal arrow will be the best one. So technical skill number 3, you can use between a stampede arrow or hunter spear. Oh, by the way, the skill negative resistance and hunter spirit, I never seen this skill actually be used before, so I actually had no idea what it looked like. So just to let you know. So stampede arrow, so you can use stampede arrow or hunter spirit. So these two skills, if you consider using one of them, I use stampede arrow because it actually shoot multiple enemies and apply poison effect on them. But if you kind of lack of movement speed or stamina, hunter spirit would be the best one to use if you're by yourself. And for a 4th skill, you can use healing arrow or negative resistance. So if you're in a fight by yourself, I still have to recommend healing arrow. I know healing arrow does take time to charge a bit, more AOE, but you can actually launch it right away because it will be a small area. You can heal yourself. It doesn't last that long. You only charge it once. But the best way to use it is healing arrow. Negative response will be good, but if you're actually in a team. So if you're in team fight, hypnotic shot would be the best. In team fight, and if you're using lifted arrow, good too. Dust Sword actually good too. Dust Sword actually take time to charge, so yeah. Stampede Arrow or Hunter Spear, these two are actually going to be good in team fight. I recommend Stampede Arrow though, because it will cause damage though if you're in team. And in team fight, I will always recommend Healing Arrow. Unless you have another archer that have Healing Arrow, I would recommend using Negative Response. It actually like if you have a debuff or something, then you can use this in order to break out of it, to kind of like reverse it. So yep, those are the skills that you can use for it. And now last but not least, the Spellcaster skill here. Yeah, I know Intelligence will be high. Spirit, I had no idea. So yep, it can restore mana and concentration restore mana too. So yeah, I think it has technical skill 4 for Arch for him too. Yeah, it does actually have it. Okay, so we're going to start here. Okay, for quick review, for a mage, I don't know where the mana bar is. You guys know where mana bar is? Please point it out for me. So yeah, so you can restore mana with the sub and action and concentration, but that's skill 4 we're going to talk about next. Okay, for all the skills here, it have no cooldown at all. For these 3 and these 3, 6 skill have no cooldown. So basically you can concentrate using it, but it will consume mana, so yeah. Okay, so first technical skill, Fireball and Flame Grenade. So if you're by yourself in a dungeon, Flame Grenade, I would recommend using Flame Grenade if you're single. Because Fire Blast, it can charge up to 3 times. You can actually use it right away too, but it won't cause that much damage. Flame Grenade where it slows the damage, it can charge up to 3 times. Yes, I know, it does have charge lower too, I know. But Flame Grenade can cause more damage than Fire Blast instead of in one-time charge. And technical skill 2, you can use Lightning or Thunder Mine. If you go in a bunch of enemies, Lightning would be your best bet. If you go in with few enemies, Thunder Mine would be the best. So yep, neither one of those skills will actually be good, considering how much enemy you fight in a dungeon. And Battle Arena, well basically Battle Arena you will use Lightning unless you already have high AoE damage like Archer or the other skill. Then Thunder Mine, yeah, I say good too, but I still recommend Lightning. Okay, technical skill 3, can you use Blizzard or Frigid Clash? Blizzard does have a high AoE damage too, so yeah, actually can use Blizzard and slow down the enemy if they're inside it. Or you can use Blizzard Scratch, summon Iceberg, and on top of them it will actually put it down. So each load will cause Iceberg will be added. If you load more, it will use it. But Blizzard, I would recommend using it. I would recommend use Blizzard, or you can use Frigid Crash, because Frigid Crash does like take out your 1 second mobility to use it, because you got it in order to activate it. So I say Blizzard would be the best. Frigid Crash, if you're comfortable, yes, you can use that. So technical skill 4 is going to be concentration, restore mana temporarily, and for Volleying Bullet. Volleying Bullet get to reflect extra damage, additional damage. You could have summon 2 crystal. So again, if you're still in a lack of mana, it's concentration in use, but if you're by yourself, I would recommend using Volleying Bullet to add more damage, because like you can still use your Trinity Shot and sub action, your main action and sub action, in order to recover your mana and restore your mana. So I wouldn't think your mana will be much of a problem. If you're in a team fight, yeah, you still can use Falling Bullet or those things, but team fight, I would recommend using this. Flame Grenade would be good too, you gotta charge up 3 times. So these 2 skills, if you have a single target, Fire Blast will be big damage, but it will cause damage to enemy if close around it. Technical skill 2, this is a team fight. Lightning will be the best, I still say. Technical skill 3, one of these will be good too. Blizzard causes high AoE damage, so I recommend using Blizzard. 4th skill, you can use concentration or Falling Bullet. Team fight, I see a lot of people using concentration because it regenerates mana temporarily because they use up a lot of mana. So I guess that concerning. So basically, that what we recommend if you're in team fight. Yeah, Falling Bullet can be used too, but if you come from using this basic skill, so those things will be actually very useful. in Battle Arena or Dungeon. You by yourself, because actually both of them is still the same thing. So that's all I have for you guys today. In the next video, I will actually be doing a Gashing Impact video. If you guys are a big fan of Gashing Impact or those things too, and you can recommend my next video, because I actually have a Gashing Impact already video here already that you guys actually noticed. So yeah, so and let me so leave a comment below if you have any question, and make sure leave a like answer. You can already explain what the dexterity and the spirit mean for the skill. And also another one is going to be for a mage, like Spellcaster, where is the mana bar? I actually want to know. So leave those two comments below if you know what the answer is. And okay, so hit the subscribe button, leave a bell so you won't miss my latest video. And I have another Gashing Impact video. There's actually another Blue Protocol video I have in mind to do, but I haven't on here yet. So yeah, you guys know. Feel free to contact me. I will leave my Discord below. Oh yeah, and for the one I can show you, I will actually leave that website description below. You guys can take a look at it. So I catch you on my next video. Peace.